In this case brief, I have Griggs versus Duke Power. Facts of the case. William Griggs filed a class action on behalf of several fellow African American employees against his employer, Duke Power Company. Griggs challenged Duke's inside transfer policy, requiring employees who want to work in all but at the company's lowest paying labor department to register a minimum score on 2 separate aptitude tests, in addition to having a high school education. Griggs claimed that Duke's policy discriminated against African American employees in violation of Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. On appeal from a district court's dismissal of the claim, the Court of Appeals found no discriminatory practice. Some of the questions/issues of this case. Did Duke Power's company of intra-departmental transfer policy requiring a high school education and achievement of minimal scores on 2 separate aptitude tests violate Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act? Some of the holdings that were found in this case. After noting that Title VII of the Act intended to achieve equality of employment opportunities, the court held that Duke's standardized testing requirement prevented a disproportionate number of African American employees from being hired by and advancing to higher paying departments within the company. Neither the high school graduation requirement nor the 2 aptitude tests was directed or intended to measure an employee's ability to learn or perform a particular job or category of jobs within the company. The court concluded that the sublet illegal purpose of these requirements was a safeguard Duke's long-standing policy of giving jobs previously to its white employees. And the legal rationale in this case, look at the rule of law or legal principles applied. The Civil Rights Act prohibits employers from pursuing policies that appear fair in form but are discriminatory in operation. The Civil Rights Act was meant to combat employer policies that have a discriminatory impact. Congress' objective in enacting Title VII of the Civil Rights Act was equality of employment opportunities and the removal of barriers that previously favored white employees. Accordingly, employing policies that appear race neutral but result in keeping a status quo that continues to discriminate against African American employees violates the Act.